another wave coming. Hit the ground, we're running. You and I fall all the way. Listen, and my demons calling.
Hi guys, it's Matt here at m-vapes. Today's review is for a box called the RAM box mod, which is a single 18650 fully mechanical Squonker by Stentorian Vapor. Stentorian Vapor has got links to Wotofo, and Wotofo are the main distributors for this product. This is the box that it comes in, and on the back you've got kit contents and Stentorian Vapor's website, etc. And an authenticity scratch and sniff on the side. Inside the box you get the mod, and you get 2 spare Squonky bottles. There's normally a bottle in the mod, but I've been using it so that's out at the moment. Underneath the packaging you get some instructions. They're not the most detailed, sort of shows what bits are, and what I do like though, on the second page is there quite sort of getting the fact across that battery safety is important with this device because it is fully mechanical. There's no circuit boards, no safety protection, no short circuit protection, etc. So if your batteries are in any way damaged with insulation, damage at the top, the bottom, anything like that, then don't use this device with that battery. Make sure that you've got a battery that has the entire wrap intact with no damage, no tears or nicks, and also make sure that the battery has the correct amp capabilities to the build that you're going to be building and using on this device. So that's that covered. Let's take a look at the device itself. Now this is made from Padauk wood, which is an African hardwood. It's quite reddy orangey in colour. The only similar wood in the UK is probably mahogany, although mahoganies tends to be a little bit more red to purple, whereas this is more red to orange. So yeah, Padauk wood. It's quite commonly used in bowls and guitars and things like that, you know, because it's relatively easy to work with. It's a little bit harder than walnut, but yeah, it's got quite a straight grain. Doesn't ever tend to have anything too exciting going on with the grain, but it's, you know, it's not a bad wood. They've engraved the word RAM on the bottom down here, and underneath it has the Stentorian logo laser etched onto a little brass inserted piece, and that's it. And this, it might not be brass, it might be gold plated. The button and the 510 are gold plated. I must point out though, this isn't flush. I don't know if it's just my one, or whether they're all like that, or whether it's just sort of slip through quality control, but if you put it on a flat surface, I don't know if you can hear that or see that, but it does rock a little bit. It's very slight, but you know, I have to point it out because if they're all like that, then it's a thing to be aware of. If I'm just unlucky, I've got a faulty one, then I haven't had any leaks, so you know it's obviously working. All the insides are gold plated as well, battery contacts and obviously the switch contacts and 510s all gold plated. Even the nut that holds the 510 on is gold plated as well. I did take this 510 apart. I took it out, but I couldn't get the core out because I think that insulator is glued in, so I couldn't confirm, you know, what the spring and O-ring setup is inside that 510. But like I say, it wobbles around, but I haven't had any leaks, so you know, I have to point it out. It's classed as a mechanical mod, fair enough, but there is a wire that runs from this lower contact up here and onto the switch. I know purists say mechanical mods shouldn't have any wires, which is a fair statement, but it does have a wire. There's no other circuits, no other protection or anything like that. It is just the way to get this contact up to this switch. So you know, it's again, the wire I think is probably going to be about 14 or 16 gauge. I did pull it out again to see if I could see something printed on there. We can see that it's silicon wire, but I can't see what gauge it is. So if you were building really low, you've got to be aware that that wire might only handle a certain amount of amps. But without knowing what the gauge of that wire is, it's hard to tell. You can only go by how thick it looks. You can't really see how many strands are inside, so I think to be on the safe side, I wouldn't go much lower than 0.2 ohms. But you could feel and see if the wire was getting hot after a few uses. That would be an indication that the wire can't handle that kind of power. So something to be aware of, something to keep an eye on. The door is held in a single magnet and a corresponding magnet on the back of the door there, and that is a nice strong magnet, and it goes in nice and cleanly. It's not the sort of door that you can remove one-handed, you know, so you need the other hand to pull it off because it sits within this recess. If you look at like our mini mech, you can slide the door one-handed because it goes from the side, so you don't need to pull it off. But, yeah, it's just the way it's designed. Because this is made from I think a CNC machine. It's been basically milled out from one block, which is an easy way to mass produce it as an item. It's a little bit fraily around the edges of the door where it's been cut. Probably can't pick it up on camera, but it's not the cleanest, but it's, again, for a mass produced item, it's pretty good. Width wise, this is 24mm exactly, so you can fit a 24mm RDA on there. No overhang. It's close, but no overhang. So let's put a battery in and put an RDA on and see how she performs. Now, I tend to put my batteries in, I'll put the positive down at this end, because that's the one that goes to switch, goes to the centre core, which we all like to be the positive. It doesn't matter too much on a mechanical mod, but battery goes in nice and smoothly. This upper contact is sort of springy, so it allows for any tolerance there. And the battery is nice and easy to remove, providing there's no bottle in there. The bottles that come with the mod are fairly squidgy. They're not the softest. For comparison, the super soft bottles from Mod Maker are way softer than this, but they are very similar in size, so you might, if you don't get on with these bottles, you can swap it out for a better quality bottle. Also, there's no O-ring underneath the cap, but again, I haven't had any leaking yet, so we shall see how it goes. Can be a bit fiddly because there's no room for fat fingers. But it's relatively easy to put a bottle in there. And it seems to squonk away quite the thing and sucks any returning juice back into the bottle as well. And like I say, I've not had any leaks on the inside, even though that 510's a little bit on the wobbly side. So there it is. Atomizer, that's what we need. I had one here somewhere. Where did I put it? Actually, where did I put it? Aha! Here it is. This is the Vaporous RDA by Wotofo. Put the bottom fed screw in. And we can see that squonks away and soaks up the cotton lovely. And fires away quite the thing. Let's have a little vape. Performs very well. I won't do it on camera, but I have done a voltage test on this, and it was 4.16 fully charged down to 3.99, so not bad at all. Our Minimex come out at around about 4.16 down to 4.04, so you'd think the gold plating would be slightly better, but we don't know what's going on with the 510. But 3.99 is respectable, and it certainly does hit hard when you're actually vaping on it. So it's only when you start going down to losing 0.3 of a volt, maybe 0.4, you notice that there is something not performing right. But 0.1, 0.15 of a volt, nobody really noticed the difference between 0.1 and 0.15. So this dropping down to 399 from 416 is very good. It really does perform well. As I say, I've not had any issues with leaking. Been using it for the last couple of days. I'll continue to monitor that and see how it goes, see how it holds up. But for now, not bad at all. I don't know anywhere that's going to be stocking these. I'm not sure if I'm going to stock these, because obviously we sell our own, custom made boxes. So I don't know. I think they're going to retail at probably going to be looking at somewhere around £70, 60, 70, maybe £80. But I haven't found anyone in the UK that's I haven't found anyone stocking them yet, actually. So let us know, if you like the look of this and you want, something like this sort of thing, but at a sort of mass-produced price, then let us know. And, we can stock it certainly, but I don't want it to not detract but get in the way of our custom-made products, which is obviously the main focus of our business now. But it's nice enough. It seems well made for an item that is mass-produced in China. You're not going to get the level of detail that we put into our mods, for example, purely because ours are handmade. Each and every box gets days and hours spent on it, and it's done to perfection, well, certainly in my opinion. These obviously are made, they're knocked out at a hell of a rate on the machine, and obviously inspected. There will be some final assembly in the factory by hand, but overall it's is a mass-produced thing. So there is instances where things can be missed. For example, this not sitting fully flush, or a little bit of cutting around the edge there. That if that was a hand-built product, then those things would be picked up and rectified. But it's technically half the price, so it's all fair enough and it's all relative. Personally, I think it is a very attractive looking little mod. It's nice that it's made of wood. It's nice that it's got gold-plated brass. It's certainly something different from your 3D printed plastic boxes, etc. So yeah, it's something different. It looks classy. I like the engraving. I like the gold plate detail. The wood, it's a little bit orangey, ready orangey for my liking, but it's quite nice. It's nice to see just a normal wood, not a stabilised wood or hybrid block or something. It's nice to see just a good honest wood. I think they are also going to be bringing out other colours. I'm not sure if they are stabilised wood or resin. Just seeing if I can see the email. So look, talk amongst yourselves. I'm just trawling through the emails. No, can't find it. I'll put a link down if I can, put some info in the description if I can find out what the other colours are made from. But for now, that is the RAM box mod by Wotofo, by Stentorian, supplied by Wotofo. Let us know your thoughts on this, and if you want me to stock it, and leave your comments down below. And I'll bring you some more videos very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Yeah, the flash is stunning. 2 pistols gunning you and I, we shoot the same.